Stop trying to manifest money because you are doing the opposite of what works. Let me tell you a story about Anna that explains exactly why your brain is programmed to keep you at the place you are right now, even when you are trying to manifest abundance. So, there was a woman named Anna who lived in Amsterdam. She had a beautiful life, great job, loving husband, two healthy kids, you name it. But then it happened. One day, two police officers knocked on her door and told her that her husband had just jumped off from one of the tallest buildings in the city and unfortunately died. Can you imagine? One knock on the door and your entire world collapses. Now, here's where things get interesting. And this is the part that will change how you think about money and health forever. Because the problem was that Anna couldn't stop replaying that moment in her mind over and over again. That knock on the door, that police officer standing in front of her door telling her the awful news. The moment she started crying like crazy, and the moment her world fell apart. She was reliving that moment, that traumatic day, every single day in her mind. And maybe you can relate to some negative situation you keep on repeating in your head. So here's what happened to Anna. Because after replaying those negative moments in her mind over and over again, her whole life started to break down. Within a few years, she lost her job, she lost her house, she lost her money, and then she became paralyzed from the waist down. She was in a really negative spiral, and then it happened. She got the news that she got cancer. And this is a story out of the book of Dr. Joe Dispenza, You Are the Placebo. The doctor said that her immune system was literally attacking her own body. And she couldn't stop reliving that negative moment where the police stand in front of her door, that trauma in her mind. Now, you might be thinking, what does this have to do with money, right? Everything. Because your brain works exactly the same way. Every time you wake up thinking, how am I going to pay for those bills? You are doing the same thing Anna was doing. You are mentally rehearsing financial struggle in your head. So every time you see something you want and automatically think, I can't afford that, you are rehearsing being broke. And every time you worry about money running out, you are programming your subconscious mind to create more of that reality. And here's a scientific truth that most people don't understand. Your body doesn't know the difference between what's happening for real and what you are reliving in your mind. And therefore, when Anna kept replaying that traumatic day in her head, her body produced the same stress hormones as if it was happening all over again. Every single time it happened the same way. And when you replay those financial struggles in your mind, worrying about bills, stressing about money, your body produces the same stress response as if you are actually broke. So this is really important that you get this, because your nervous system can tell the difference between a real financial emergency and an imagined one. You are not even aware you are doing this. Just like Anna wasn't aware, she was replaying that day until it made her physically sick. So you wake up in the morning and right away you start that mental rehearsal, I don't have enough money. Starting to worrying again. How am I going to pay? How am I going to make it through the month? What if I can't pay the rent? And this negative programming is running in the background of your mind all day long. And you don't even realizing it. So you are literally training your brain to expect and create financial struggle. Now, here's the incredible part of Anna's story. After her first chemotherapy session, she had a complete breakdown. And in that moment of desperation, and reading the book You Are the Placebo from Dr. Joe Dispenza, she decided to change her whole life, to change her thoughts. She learned to catch her thoughts when she was replaying that traumatic day, that traumatic moment in her life over and over again. And instead of reliving the past, she started mentally rehearsing a healthy, happy future again. She stopped letting that one devastating day control her entire life. And you know what happened? Anna healed from cancer. Yes, you hear that right. Her cancer went into remission. She got her strength back. She rebuilt her life, all because she stopped unconsciously programming her body for sickness and started programming it for health again. That's all. Now, Anna's story might seem extreme, but I'm telling you this because the same thing is happening to a lot of people with money right now. Every morning when you wake up thinking, how am I going to pay my next bills? You are doing exactly what Anna was doing. You are mentally rehearsing financial struggle. Can you relate? Therefore, every time you see something you want and think I can't afford that, you are programming your subconscious mind to keep you broke. And just like Anna wasn't aware she was even doing it, you are probably don't even realizing it. You are replaying financial disaster in your mind dozens of times every day. Waking up and immediately starting to worry about money. Seeing your bank account and feeling that knot in your stomach of not knowing how to pay your bills. So here's what you need to do. First, you need to start becoming aware of these negative programs. So catch yourself in the act of programming financial struggle. Then, when you catch yourself, you have to reframe it immediately. Instead of I can't afford that, you say I'm open to receiving that. Instead of I don't have enough money, you say money flows to me easily. So when you start doing this consistently, something incredible happens. Your nervous system stops being in survival mode all the time. Your stress levels drop and your mind starts looking for opportunities instead of problems. And here's where things will start to shift. You begin to attract different experiences into your life because you are rewiring your brain for abundance instead of scarcity of negative things. But here's the thing. Awareness and reframing is just the first step. And this is where you don't just change your thoughts. You completely restructure your subconscious mind. It's the most powerful way I have found to reprogram my brain for money. And it takes only 3 to 4 minutes a day. I'm going to share you exactly how to create your own mind movie that works like having a remote control of your subconscious. And I will share my personal story of how I discovered this, because it started with a negative voice in my head during one of my tennis matches that was sabotaging my success, and how the same voice was keeping me broke later in life with my business. In my next video, I'm going to share with you my framework I call the mind movie. So make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications right now, because the mind movie framework is what took everything to the next level for me. And if you have tried other manifestation techniques that didn't work, this could be a breakthrough you've been looking for a long time. So see you in the next video.